3 times a day. We touch up to 10,000 surfaces a day, and we breathe 22,000 times a day. And while air keeps us alive, it can also kill us. Every single day we're exposed to this invisible enemy, toxins. They're in our water, food, and especially in the air, which makes the transfer of toxins incredibly easy without us even realizing. The earth looks peaceful, but it's hiding a lot of dangerous chemicals. These chemicals affect both environment and living beings. Toxicity isn't just random. It depends how it enters to you, when it enters to you, and how sensitive you are. What are these factors that affect toxicity?
When it comes to toxic agents, there are several key factors that we need to consider. First, the chemical composition and reactivity of a substance determine its potential harm, while physical characteristics like solubility and state play a significant role in its behavior. A substance that is highly soluble in water might pose a greater risk to aquatic ecosystems. The presence of impurities or contaminants can also impact toxicity. Even small amounts of impurities can enhance or alter the effects of a toxic agent, making it essential to consider. The stability and storage characteristics are also crucial for safety and handling. Lastly, the availability of a vehicle such as a solvent can affect the effectiveness and toxicity of a substance.
Exposure sounds simple, but it's not. It all depends on 4 things. First, dose. How much you get matters. A little might be fine, but a lot dangerous. Second, root. Did you breath it, eat it, or touch it? That changes everything. Third, duration. One quick hit is different from being exposed for days or weeks. And last, time. Summer, winter, day or night, even when you're exposed can make it more dangerous.
Have you ever wondered if 2 people exposed at the same toxin, one gets sick and the other doesn't? So, how's that happen? Toxic chemicals don't just depend how dangerous they are. It also depends on you, because some bodies can block or store chemicals before they cause harm. If you're sick or stressed, you become weaker and more sensitive to toxins. But if you're healthy and well-fed, your body fights better. And lastly, your age, sex, weight, and immune system can all change how toxic chemical is to you. So remember, it's not just about a poison, it's about the person too. Protect yourself and stay smart.
This is our body, and this is how toxins sneak into it. You see, every chemical in the environment falls into 2 groups, water-soluble or oil-soluble. Water-soluble toxins are like sugar in water. They dissolve easily, they move fast, and they can reach almost every part of our body because our cells are naturally bathed in water. But oil-soluble toxins, they're tricky. They don't travel as easily. They need the carrier to move through the environment and into our body. But once they're in, they slide into our tissues and cells like they own the place. Because our cell membranes, they're made out of oils too. And here's the problem. Oil-soluble toxins don't just disappear. They get stuck, stored in fats, protected from being broken down, and what's worse, they can stay inside the body for years.
Understanding solubility isn't just science, it is survival. So next time you hear about chemical, ask, is it water soluble or all soluble? Because that could make all the difference.
Did you know you could be exposed to toxic chemicals without even realizing it? Exposure is the magic word that decides how much harm a toxic agent can actually do. Exposure means how a toxic substance gets into your body and how much of it does. You can breathe it, drink it, eat it, or even absorb it through your skin. And guess what? It's not just about what you're exposed to. It's about how long and how often. Short exposure might cause a headache, but long exposure, it could change your life forever. This is why protecting ourselves from exposure is a big deal. Whether it's from home, at work, or outdoors. This is exposure, and it matters.
Have you ever wondered how scientists figure out if something's harmful? Let's take a look at toxicity testing.
In labs, animals like mice or rats are exposed to measured doses of chemicals to test the safety of medicines, everyday products, and pesticides. But these tests can be slow, painful, and costly, so scientists try to use few animals as possible.
To track effects, scientists use a dose-response curve, a graph showing how much of a substance causes a reaction. But curves aren't always perfect, making it hard to compare different chemicals or species. One key measure is the LD50, the lethal dose for 50%, meaning the amount that kills half the test population. It's a common way to describe toxicity.
Toxicity testing saves lives, but it also raises big ethical questions. As science grows, so does the push for safer, kinder methods.
Did you know? A single exposure to a toxin can send you straight into a health crisis. This is called an acute effect. It's sudden, it's serious, but thankfully, it's often reversible. You get sick fast, but you can get better fast too. But if the damage stays forever, that's when it becomes a chronic effect. Chronic exposure doesn't happen overnight. It creeps up slowly, and it can come from one very toxic dose, or from tiny exposures every day, like pollutions, pesticides, and even plastics in our food. The worst part, chronic effects are hard to study because of aging, lifestyle, and other diseases mixed together and confuse the cause. So, what can we do? We need stronger regulations on industrial pollution. We also need better monitoring of everyday toxins. And most importantly, we need to choose safer products and demand cleaner technologies. Because when it comes to our health, prevention is way easier than cure.
Toxicity isn't just so simple. It's a complex dance between the chemical, the environment, and you. Understand the factors. Stay safe. This is how we fight toxicity. See you next time. Bye.